We pick up where we left off last time. The Avengers did manage to defeat Ultron after he killed Thor, but what they didn't realize was that Ultron has already uploaded his consciousness into the digital world. We see a satellite loading up Ultron's programming as he takes over all digital communication in the world to declare his mission of exterminating humanity and bringing absolute peace to the world. Meanwhile, the Avengers are still mourning the loss of their partner Thor as they surround his fallen hammer. Ant-Man and Iron Man are taking care of disposing of every remnant of the Ultron bots, as Ant-Man blames himself for the death of Thor, while Iron Man is comforting him. We see Thor laying on a beautiful hill thinking this is his afterlife. The Enchantress lays beside him and corrupts his mind every time he is distracted by anything other than the scene they are in. Back to Iron Man and Ant-Man. They quickly realize that Ultron has been transferring his data to other bodies and systems, with the last time being an hour ago, after they have already defeated him. Suddenly, warnings blare all over their screens, and we see Ultron taking control of Iron Man's suits. Several of Iron Man's most dangerous and powerful suits ambush Hawkeye, Hulk, Black Panther, and Wasp, as Ultron taunts them about failing to kill him. Meanwhile, Ultron attacks the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier and kills everyone on board. He goes directly to Maria Hill and threatens her to give up the information regarding the S.H.I.E.L.D.'s worldwide arsenal. Back at the Avengers mansion, the Avengers are fighting Ultron using all of Iron Man's suits and getting their asses handed to them. Wasp resorts to calling for Iron Man and Ant-Man's immediate help as they figure out what Ultron is after by all these attacks, and especially the attack on S.H.I.E.L.D. Thor, on the other hand, breaks away from the Enchantress's grasp. She tries to brainwash him once again, but he holds her firmly away from his face and threatens her to bring him back to Earth. She calls him dumb and tells him that she is trying to save him, but if he likes Earth so much, then he can die along with it. Meanwhile, the Avengers are fighting for their life, trying to defeat Ultron and the Iron Man suits. If you're into animation recaps, then Inky Myths will be your go-to for manga recaps, the ultimate hub where your favorite manga and webtoons come alive in thrilling summaries. Whether you're catching up on the latest chapters or revisiting old favorites, we've got you covered. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, and join us as we uncover the ink-stained tales of adventure and myth. Iron Man comes back with his Mark I suit and helps the Avengers take out all of his armors and defeat Ultron. Iron Man tells them about Ultron's plans and wants to go to S.H.I.E.L.D. to help. Hawkeye tells him to take Wasp and Hulk, while he and Black Panther stay behind and finish the rest of the suits off. Ultron overpowers Maria Hill and brings her to her knees just so he could blow her mind and suck all the human data out of it. The Avengers interrupt his little game and attack him with all that they have got. Ultron counters by doing the unthinkable and zapping all the gamma energy away from Hulk, transforming him back to Bruce Banner. Ultron defeats them and proceeds to use the information he got from Maria Hill to launch all the nuclear missiles on the planet. The Avengers try to attack him or even shoot him down, but nothing is phasing him. They need luck, and it just so happens that its name is Thor, and he is back. He finishes off the Iron Man suits at the mansion and asks for Ultron's location from Hawkeye. While Ultron is taking his sweet time humiliating and ultimately killing the Avengers one by one, Thor makes a sudden entrance and takes him out with Hawkeye and Black Panther. Ultron fights back, and they go at it with no limitations. Tony Stark is trying to help Maria Hill figure out a way to gain access back and stop the missiles while the fight is going on. Ant-Man joins the fight and enters Ultron's body through his mouth while he is busy fighting Thor and taunting Wasp. Ant-Man uploads a program that manages to stop Ultron from ceasing to exist any further, and Tony Stark manages to gain access back to the missile control and stop the missiles from firing off. Ant-Man explains to the Avengers how he gave Ultron logic pertaining to the fact that he is based on the human mind and thus flawed as everyone else, so he shouldn't exist anymore, as well. Maria Hill blames Ant-Man for this mess even if he ended up saving the world, so he accepts and leaves in shame. The Enchantress and Executioner take down some kind of witch with the help of Clay Gargoyle. They kill him after they finish the mission and return back to the group of villains led by Zemo. They lie and say that Gargoyle was killed in battle. Zemo is suspicious, but is nonetheless satisfied with the stones they acquired that will help them take revenge on the Avengers and take over the world. Meanwhile, Iron Man shows Thor a new device that he and Black Panther worked on that will help him get back to Asgard through a wormhole. Captain America tells him that he saw a machine just like that back in his time, and it worked too. Iron Man is now interested to know where it is. Ant-Man is preparing his bags to leave the Avengers mansion, and Wasp is pleading with him to stay because Ultron was not his fault. He almost has second thoughts, but ultimately chooses to leave Wasp alone and sad. Captain America explains to Iron Man how he saw Red Skull use a machine similar to his in order to pull monsters from other dimensions to help Hydra win the war. Iron Man brings up satellite images of the Hydra base and shows Thor how it is located in a palace where 2 or more dimensional planes intersect. This is how they are going to bring him back to Asgard. Jarvis tells Iron Man that there are weird energy signals coming from all 7 locations, except for the one inside an active volcano. Thor thinks he should quickly take care of that Asgardian threat to protect Earth, but the Avengers tell him that they will aid him no matter what. Ant-Man was listening in on the whole thing. They each take a jet and go to one of the 7 locations. Wasp goes to one of the locations and stumbles on one of the magical rocks that Zemo and the villains team had. She is immediately ambushed by Abomination and calls for help from the other Avengers before communication is cut off. Iron Man is also attacked by the living laser as soon as he found out about the magical stones. Hawkeye is attacked by Camistro, and he infuriates him by not remembering his stupid name. Wonder Man ambushes Black Panther, but only threatens him because he doesn't want to end things in violence. Black Panther tries striking a deal to help him, but only to lure him close enough to be defeated. Hulk finds the Executioner waiting beside the magical stone, and they fight. Thor goes to the abandoned Hydra base and recognizes what those magical stones are before Zemo and Enchantress show up and cut his communications with the rest of the Avengers. They shoot Thor with a gun that has some kind of magical gem attached to it, and it actually manages to knock him back. The Avengers manage to get a few good hits in against every villain, but the villains seemingly outsmart and overpower them at every corner and take a few of them down. Zemo fights Thor one-on-one and tells him that they have fallen for their trap to divide the Avengers and take them out one by one, because they are obviously stronger as a whole unit. He defeats Thor alongside the Enchantress and captures him. Enchantress then activates the stones as the Avengers are fighting every single member of the villain group. The stones activate and send out power signals to all the other 8 realms. Wasp is almost crushed in the process by Abomination, until Ant-Man makes a surprise appearance and smashes the ever-living shit out of Abomination for ever attempting to hurt Wasp. They both see how the stones activate and how the rift between Earth and the other realms is weakened to allow for everyone to pass through. Even the villains are confused by what is actually happening. Earth is now the middle ground of all realms. Thor tries to warn Zemo about Enchantress only working for herself as she sees mortals beneath her and other Asgardians. Zemo shocks Thor when he basically tells him that he never trusted her, and thus uses a collar to mind control her to get the Asgardian army and all the other realm creatures to follow his command. The villains all get picked off by the creatures and races they brought forward from the other realms. The Avengers regain back communication and talk amongst themselves to come up with a plan. Thor breaks free and knocks out Zemo and Enchantress, causing the collar around her neck to break. He tells the Avengers that they must destroy the stones. They do, and all the shenanigans immediately stop, but also the Avengers disappear from the face of Earth as a result. Thor wakes up after being knocked out to find himself in Asgard, with Loki sitting in the throne, greeting him and then laughing menacingly. 2 very consequential and action-packed episodes. I love it. We get the ending to the Ultron saga for now, with Ultron being defeated by his own faulty logic, and we finally get the first steps to Loki's ultimate evil plan. This Loki lacks the charm that the MCU version had, but let's see if he changes my mind about him soon. This brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me, what do you think of these 2 episodes? Who do you think would win in a fight to the death? Loki or Ultron? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.